Hey, it's Brad with the Eagle Network podcast. Today we have a great guest I've known for several years. He owns the PayHaven Merchant Services Company. He's a great friend. Have trouble having him golf with me? Scared or something?
Welcome to the Eagle Network podcast, where business networking meets success. Sponsored by Eagle Pest Solutions, your once-a-year pest control solution in Palm Coast, St. Augustine, and Ormond Beach. Safer, better, less intrusive pest control. Got bugs? No one likes bugs. Come soar with us. Call today at 386-445-7414 for a free inspection and quote. That's 386-445-7414. Now here's your host, Brad Ward.
Good guy, James Walsh. Welcome.
Thank you, Brad. Thanks for having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
So let's start with your backstory as far as when you got out of school. What did you originally do for a living?
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't get any of these questions.
You got no questions.
Yeah, so this is all fresh. It depends, how you want to word things. But basically, out of high school, I kind of went into Embry-Riddle for a little bit. But honestly, I didn't focus too much on school. I started a lawn business off the table, but under the table, I guess you would say, and ended up building it up under the table to about 32 accounts, and started doing T-shirts, stickers, signs, banners. Worked as a lifeguard at Daytona Lagoon. Started working at Ruby Tuesday. Got into the restaurant industry, and ended up running restaurants for a little bit. Chili's, Lime, Ruby Tuesday, kind of in and out of each of those for a little while.
Okay.
Banking. So then I went into the banking industry.
Wow.
And started selling credit card machines.
Very diverse
That's
background.
the
Very
short
diverse background.
Yeah.
So interesting lawn care. So lawn mowing,
Yeah,
shrub trimming, stuff like that, or what?
Yeah, it started with a push mower, and that's about it. And eventually, I was able to get. I'd have to plug in the leaf blower to their house. I felt a little not professional doing it that way, but it was a lot of fun. Ended up getting some commercial grade equipment and trailer, and hauled that stuff around. And
Awesome. It's a little ironic because myself, going back to college, would pay for a lot of my schooling and whatnot by doing a landscaping business myself. And originally it would be, I would put the mower that would fold up in the trunk of my car and the other equipment and drive to Springfield, Illinois and take care of customers. And so when I was at Eastern Illinois University, I would come home on the weekends and go mowing.
Yep.
So, but I loved being outside, and I think that's why I enjoyed it. And at some point in adulthood, I started my own landscaping business. Actually had a trailer and a riding mower and all that good fun stuff. So it's interesting we have that in common. That's pretty cool. So what made the change to get in the credit card processing merchant services?
Fast forward to when I was a banker at Ameris Bank. A lot of people don't know this, but when you're a banker and you're face to face with customers, it seems like your primary responsibility is to upsell them on something, whether it's payroll, getting them to get a credit card. You present it in a way like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing it this way. Let's get you one of these and come on over, let's just go ahead and do it, kind of thing. So
right.
One of those things was merchant service, credit card processing, specifically Clover. And I had a rep I would refer to. And I was just killing it for him, and enough to where we ended up having a conversation with one of the higher ups at Fiserv about, hey, if you were on our side of things, this is what you would have made, and flipped a piece of paper around with something circled. And I was like,
really?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
What do we need to do?
Right.
Why are we talking about it? Let's do it.
Yeah. So how did you make that change?
I got to be careful with exactly
Sure,
what I say,
sure,
just
sure.
because I don't want to upset the bank. But
Yeah.
it wasn't an easy process to go from Ameris to a partner of Ameris, because there's some tension there with the process. But basically, I just said, hey, what do we need to do it? We came up with a plan that wasn't, he didn't come talk to me about it. So
Right.
I applied for the job and went that route.
Okay, nice.
When the bank found out about it, it ended up making a huge wave, but we overcame.
Oh, good. Have you had certain mentors in business or in life in general that you'd like to share?
Yeah, you're one of them, actually. You might not know it, but you're one of them. I look up to you. I see
thank you.
What you're doing with the podcast and how you run your business. There's a reason why I use you for pest control. But I have a couple of different mentors for different reasons, and they change constantly. So,
Gotcha.
I had a mentor probably about 3 years ago. That is totally not my mentor anymore. And that particular reason that I used him as a mentor, I am my own mentor in that case.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, there's things I look up to myself at. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So, mentoring. Do you mentor other small business owners or folks looking to get into business or help them?
Absolutely. Yeah, I like to be a resource for anybody, whether they're a competitor of mine. I get a lot of calls from people that do exactly what I do, and they say, hey, I'm in this situation. What would you do?
Right.
And of course, I want to help them. It ends up being, weirdly enough, that they might not have a solution or they're not comfortable with it. They'll pass it right over. And so, helping people have it always comes back, is what I say and what I know to be true.
Definitely.
For sure.
Awesome. I know myself, I've had a lot of mentors. And part of networking groups I've been in the past and that I'm in currently, I'm always looking to listen, learn, apply. Because if you listen, it's kind of like reading a book. Do you read a book or do you study a book?
Right.
Big difference,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you read?
No.
You don't?
Even when I was in school, I never really read.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Do you listen to any audiobooks or anything like that?
From time to time. It's not frequent. Every once in a while, I'll listen to podcasts. I've listened to a few of yours.
Oh, great.
But nothing in particular, no.
Okay.
There's some back in the day. There's a really good, I wouldn't say it's a podcast. I guess it's a book, but I listened to it on the road.
Sure.
But when I was a manager at Ruby Tuesday Chili's,
okay.
I was always trying to find out how to be a better manager. There's a really good one called 1 Minute Manager, and it focuses on praising your team and looking for the right activities.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and for 1 minute a day, for example, I can't remember exactly, but the mentality wasn't always looking for the wrong things and coaching people constantly. You have to also set time aside and bring people up too.
That's awesome.
That translated into a whole lot of other things other than like just being a manager, but I really like that one.
That's nice.
What about you?
I'm known to read 3 books at one time. So not literally 3 books at one time, but to go from one to another and whatnot. But How to Win Friends and Influence People was a big book to help me learn to communicate when I was 19, 20 years old, for sure. Is one of the biggest books that's really helped me. Meditations, Marcus Aurelius, great book on Stoicism and how to basically be a man. But there's a lot of books, a lot of mentors. What's been your key to success in business?
It's just one thing. Surrounding yourself with people with the right energy, the right mindset, people that aren't a good fit, even if it's a client, just knowing when to walk away or kind of stay away. You still got to, be friendly with the people you don't want to be associated with. For example, we're in B&I, and so, there's people, particularly in a group, that you see every week.
Right.
You don't want to be known enemies, but you might just not like that person for whatever reason. And
sure.
You just, hey, how's it going? Awesome. Yeah, nice to see you. And, just keep it friendly, but know the people you need to stay away from in certain aspects.
Yeah, absolutely.
But just surrounding yourself with the right people. That's the only thing I could say. having the right energy, having the right
great.
people.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Is there any certain networking advice you would give to someone that's considering networking to help their business or to help their sales, etc., that has really helped you network more effectively?
A lot of people join networking groups or channels, and they're out there to pass as many business cards as possible. And I always thought that was silly.
Oops.
Yeah, everybody's done it. When I first started doing it, I did it as well. But
Sure.
If you go to a networking group, or you're in a networking group and you have a goal set, for example, for a while I kind of phased out of this particular goal, but it was get 2 people every meeting that I have to do a Google review for me. And that was my goal at the time. It could be make sure I get 2 1-to-1 scheduled, like
Gotcha.
meetings
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a person.
Yeah.
And then lastly, really just when you're talking to people, don't try to sell them.
Right.
They're going to tell you what they do. They might try to sell you. That's fine. But just let them know what you do. If they're interested and you said something that kind of ticks something,
Right.
they're going to say, hey, well, do you mind looking at this with me? At the end of the day, if you try to sell to people, it's a turnoff, and you're not
Right.
going to get as much business actually. But if you come off as like, the one thing I try to tell people is, hey, if you do happen to refer somebody to me, I'd be super grateful. You're going to look good for it, and I'm going to make sure that I take care of those people. And so
Right.
relaying that message instead of just shoving stuff
Sure.
down their throat typically
yeah.
works for me.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, you don't want to show up and just push yourself on people. You want to build
Right.
relationships, ask great questions, get to know people. I don't, at networking events, I will give a card if someone asks for one. I don't ever, here you go, here's a card, because then they're thinking, kind of puts them aback that you're trying to push yourself on them, if
Yeah.
you will, for sure. So we're going to take a quick break, James. Appreciate the conversation. We'll be right back.
Looking for a voice that'll help your business stand out? I can help you reach new customers and grow your brand. My voice makes your message unforgettable. Perfect for commercials, explainer videos, e-learning courses, and more. Get a voiceover that connects with your audience and drives your product to the next level. Find out how we can work together to make your business better. Visit www.awardvoiceover.com.
Hello, welcome to Good Vibes Nutrition, where every day is Friday. Good Vibes Nutrition was created to provide an environment of self-improvement through health, happiness, and community. Whether it's to lose weight, build muscle, gain more energy, or make friends, think of Good Vibes Nutrition as your Flagler Center hub for healthy living, personal happiness, and long-lasting relationships through the examples of kindness, encouragement, introductions, and pure love.
This is Jay Shear. Are you a business owner or entrepreneur trying to figure out how to improve and achieve greater results? If so, I'm speaking to you. I provide the tools, coaching, and accountability you need to gain clarity around your personal and professional goals, remove the excuses holding you back, build the mindset, leadership skills, and proven strategies to grow your business and become the best version of yourself. To learn more or to apply for my coaching services, call 904-236-0431 or visit jshearbusinessconsulting.com.
Welcome back. I want to thank the sponsors that we have. They do a great job for us. We appreciate them very much. So, James, do you do any kind of volunteer work, help the community, stuff like that?
Way to put me on the spot, Brad. My volunteer work happens to be at my house. I volunteer for my family a lot.
Oh, right.
Even, my sisters and my parents and stuff, there's always something going on. So,
Right.
That's something that I may have even talked to you about it a couple weeks ago, where that's something that I want to get back into, give into the community. I
remember you talking about, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
But.
It's not something I actively do currently, and whatever, it's the truth.
well, you are pretty busy between work, between your networking and your home. You've got how many kids?
3.
3 kids and twins, right?
Yeah.
You have twins. How old are they?
4 years old, yeah.
Wow. That should keep you pretty busy by itself.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. Question for you. I ask this to every guest and get some interesting responses. But if networking was a theme song, what would it be?
You want me to? Okay. All right. Networking brings you. I don't know. I can't. If it was a theme song, I have no idea. Yeah, you got me on that one.
Okay.
Probably the worst response you got. I was gonna try to sing. Nothing's coming to mind.
No, that was good. You should have kept going. That was a good response.
I hit a dead road.
You could have made a song up even if you wanted to. But
if I had that question preloaded,
did
I would
you?
have had a good. No, I didn't. But,
that's obvious. You need to watch more of the shows. You should have known that question was coming.
Oh, I have watched your shows, but I just guess I didn't pick up on it.
Oh my goodness! So when you're looking to network and you get a new member, do you approach that member to make them feel at ease, or how do you handle new members that come to your networking group?
No, I don't really approach them for a little while.
Okay.
A lot of them will, we'll end up running into each other at some point walking by, and then I'll say, oh, hey, how's it going, by the way? But I don't go, like, out of my way for it. There's a point in time where I'll realize, like, hey, they've been in here for a couple months, and I haven't even had a one-to-one with them. So I'll actively at that point, but not when they first join.
Right. What's, you bring up one-to-ones or meeting with other members outside of the meeting. What's that all about, and what's that do for you and for the fellow members?
My one-to-ones typically are a little different. I try to do this on purpose. Most people don't know, but now they will. I try to just not even talk about business, get to know the person, have a good time, and at the very end, it's like, oh shoot, we didn't even talk about what you do, but hey, I guess we'll have to schedule another one and start building that relationship.
Sure.
One thing I do though is while I sit with somebody, I'm not somebody that'll meet with you and then I'm thinking about you for the next 3 weeks or anything like that. Maybe if we keep doing it, but but when we had the one-to-one, if it's something I'm able to maybe text introduce you to a few people, I'll do it right there on the spot. That's kind of my niche with the
bingo. That's what I was looking for, because folks, I can tell you, I had a one-to-one with James, I don't know, 6 months ago, 9 months ago, something like that. And during the one-to-one, he is texting a few people. Long story short, 2 of those people became Eagle Pest Solutions pest control customers. So thank you for that. I'll never forget that. No one's ever before or after done that, but that was remarkable. I couldn't believe it. What a concept, and it worked, folks. So have a one-to-one with James Walsh. Is there anything else, especially for people starting out in business, a small business, that from your experience that you could share that could help them be successful?
I shared it earlier. I'll share it again. The biggest thing that I recommend, especially if you're starting a business, is all the way down to who your banker is. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people.
Yeah.
If you use payroll, if you use merchant service, if you use even, if you have a brick and mortar and you have pest control, just make sure it's, good people that you want to do business with, that you look up to.
Absolutely.
You do that, and then it just makes you feel better. And when you encounter your banker or your pest control guy or whatever,
right,
you have a relationship with them. It just keeps that positive energy going.
Yeah, that's great. And employees, as a business owner, from my viewpoint, you want to hire people that can do the job better than you.
Yeah.
Whatever that job is, the technician, the service manager, the salesperson, etc. And by doing that, as you build a business, you can work on the business more, because you've got these people that you know and trust that are working either for you or with you. Maybe they're vendors. Same thing with networking. You get to trust these people because your name goes with the referral. So Great info. One last question for you. And this one, if you really do watch the podcast, you should know is coming as well. James Walsh. Folks, James is a good buddy of mine. We like to joke around a little bit. So anything else you'd like to add? We're all about business, all about networking on the Eagle Network podcast that you would like to add to the listeners.
No, if you haven't had the opportunity to meet Brad and his team, whether it's for pest control or just knowing him as a person, great friend. I really appreciate our friendship, and I just want everybody to know that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, James. That goes both ways. And James is a great guy. I recommend, if you need someone in merchant services, credit card processing, etc., I know a lot of people that use James that are happy. He's personable. He knows what he's doing. Usually he can save people money, a lot of times a lot of money, and is very efficient, can build your efficiency. So thank you, James, for being on.
Thank you,
and
Brad.
next time we'll have a great guest, and Michael Feldbauer. We will see you next time on the Eagle Network podcast. Thank you.
This is Jay Shear. Are you a business owner or entrepreneur trying to figure out how to improve and achieve greater results? If so, I'm speaking to you. I provide the tools, coaching, and accountability you need to gain clarity around your personal and professional goals, remove the excuses holding you back, build the mindset, leadership skills, and proven strategies to grow your business and become the best version of yourself. To learn more or to apply for my coaching services, call 904-236-0431 or visit jshearbusinessconsulting.com.
Hello, welcome to Good Vibes Nutrition, where every day is Friday. Good Vibes Nutrition was created to provide an environment of self-improvement through health, happiness, and community. Whether it's to lose weight, build muscle, gain more energy, or make friends, think of Good Vibes Nutrition as your Flagler Center hub for healthy living, personal happiness, and long-lasting relationships through the examples of kindness, encouragement, introductions, and pure love.
Welcome to the Eagle Network Podcast, where business networking meets success. Sponsored by Eagle Pest Solutions, your once-a-year pest control solution in Palm Coast, St. Augustine, and Ormond Beach. Safer, better, less intrusive pest control. For a free inspection and quote, that's 386-445-7414.
Looking for a voice that'll help your business stand out? I can help you reach new customers and grow your brand. My voice makes your message unforgettable, perfect for commercials, explainer videos, e-learning courses, and more. Get a voiceover that connects with your audience and drives your product to the next level. Find out how we can work together to make your business better. Visit www.awardvoiceover.com.